Elkmont was once a resort town in the Smokies where the logging industry was booming around 1900. Elkmont was the base for the Little River Lumber Company. In 1910, 50 acres was sold to a group of Knoxville businessmen, the Appalachian Club. The men got together here to hunt and fish. Not long after, a clubhouse and cottages were built for the families that soon followed, as well as the Wonderland Club. The creation of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park ended Elkmont's growth, though most of the wealthy landowners were given lifetime leases in exchange for their land. Slowly, the Elkmont residents left. Today, we came for a visit to explore the restored cottages of Elkmont. Come join us for a tour. Hello, peeps! Trail Hunters here, and we are in Elkmont, or Daisy Town as is also known. Just a quick little video. We're gonna walk around the town, check out the restored cabins. And the people that used to live here back before the Smokies was the Smokies. I've commented about this before, but I mean, there's no insulation whatsoever. It's like super thin walls. Keep these places warm. This is the first cabin in the row, or house. It's not really a cabin. Look at the odd architecture, if you want to call it, of a lot of these homes. It's like a lot of them, they just winged it. Of course, I believe it's the Little River Lumber Company. It's out here, unfortunately, logging this whole area. And this area here is more of a resort than it was an actual town. The wealthy people out of Knoxville and areas like that would come down, and these were like their vacation homes. But some people did live here, and some of them lived here until somewhat recently. I mean, it had plumbing. And it had electricity. So you can see there's outlets. And this is the biggest grouping of homes that they saved. Now there are some, if you follow down the road, there's a couple of more homes up there. The dude who I don't know his name, and I don't know if we'll walk down there. It depends on if Cheyenne wants to go. The guy that helped create the park, his cabin is down there, and they saved his cabin. But you gotta walk up the road a little bit to get there. So we may go up there. But, it's just like a spur of the moment thing to come and do. Did not get to go hiking because one, there's a heat advisory. Two, we've been so busy that we just haven't had time to, you know, plan a hike and get on the trail. This looks like a little more basic home. I don't see any outlets or lighting. Maybe not all of them had power. Had plumbing. Oh, there we go. There's evidence that, yes, it did have power. There's a hot water heater. There's your breaker box. Pretty neat. Again, no insulation whatsoever. And I guess you can't open the doors. And look at the surroundings. Of course, you gotta also remember when people were down here all the time, I'm sure there was landscaping going on. And don't forget, there's a lot of logging that was happening. So it probably wasn't as lush a forest, because a lot of these trees, you can see that they're pretty young trees. I mean, you do have some older ones, but it still must have been gorgeous to live here. This is the second home. This one's a pretty basic one. Probably just gonna go down the road this way and then check out the other ones coming up back that way. The Park Service really went all out on restoring these homes. I remember years ago when we come here, a lot of these they had them closed off because they were too dangerous to walk in. But they decided to save them. But this one even had a doorbell. Almost every one of them only had one bathroom. Can you imagine that? You had a household of 4 or more people, especially with girls. With only one bathroom. Let me check this out. Sunday, August 24th. Come on, let me have a date. Shoot, I'm not seeing a date. Oh, here we go. 1930. August 24th, 1930. What a glimpse into history. Newspaper was often used as insulation in early homes, and this was a literal window into the past. For someone who loves history, this was a treasure. That is before World War II, man. Check out this here. Movie theater, man trouble. Here's the kitchen. Okay. We'll pause the camera a minute, be right back. So we're moving on to the next one. This little red one. Got a big old porch on there. Huge main room. Got a bedroom here. Here's your bath. It's a relatively modern shower in there. This has always puzzled me. There's an outlet in the middle of the floor. Well, looks like there was one there too, in this odd-shaped bedroom. Here's a relatively decent-sized kitchen. Another cool back porch. Another bedroom here. This looks like a laundry room. Wow, this house has 2 bathrooms. Whoa, these people must have had some money. Not only do they have this huge old porch, they had 2 bathrooms, and this is one of the smaller cabins. It's nice though. And here's the toilet right there. And this big old window. So when you're sitting, you got a clear view out there. Of course, that means people have a clear view of you. Hopefully they had curtains. Oops, can't get through that way. Alright, next. Now this one's an interesting piece. You got the main house here. Of course, I don't know if this was all the same family or anything. But then you got this little house over here, way in the back. Which I bet that was the mother-in-law house. I'd stick the mother-in-law so she could pitch a fit in her own little shack. I think she had made her own little room here. And I'm sure, you know, there was a, I mean, come on. Some mother-in-law houses, I mean, that's pretty cool. Or maybe this was the mother-in-law house. Just one room, just throw her in there and let her go at it. No restroom or anything, but come on, this is the mother-in-law. And then here's the main house. Whoa! Ceiling fan. Here's your kitchen. I'm sure that's where the stove went, because you got a 220. Here's your 1 bedroom here. There's your John. An actual closet. I've noticed that many of these places have closets. So just a one bedroom? And another closet. Interesting. Two doors. Okay, off to the next one. This one looks like a really good, decent size house. You got your bedroom here. Nice fireplace. Look at that. You get the wood flooring. Cool light fixtures. Can't tell what that is, too dark. Look at the bookcases. Washer and dryer thingy, I'm guessing. Got probably a girl's bedroom here. I like how they get this stone patio thing here in the back. There's, see that, the claw thingy, claw-like tub or whatever they're called. I like how this one has this big drop off into the stream, which is dried up. Another room. It's like a 3-bedroom place, man. Four-bedroom. Pretty neat. And you got this little one. Which I'm gonna assume was a playhouse for the kids. Learn how to walk. Because you get the little doorway, little fireplace, and looks like a little restroom. Unless they had a little person living in this town. Don't know. Uh-oh. Can't get in that one. Wonder why. Wonder if it's been vandalized. Because some people just can't leave anything alone. That's a long cabin. It actually does look like a log cabin. And we are here late in the day, so there's not a whole lot of light. That's what the wall looked like before they started restoration. Pretty interesting, you had to come out on the porch to get around to the kitchen. Nice place though. I like the vaulted ceilings. Neat. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Be back. Okay, so here's the Appalachian Clubhouse. Like I said, this is more a resort area than it was a town. So when people come down here on vacations and stuff, they would all gather here. I'm pretty sure you could still, yes, it is closed for private events. You could still rent this for any type of event. But here's you some pictures. Here's the people. Posing in front of the place. It's 1925. There's this area, and you can see how there's hardly any trees around in that picture. This place was heavily logged. See, in the 1920s was a time of transition for Elkmont as the lumbering era closed and the resort area boomed. In 1934, Smoky Mountain National Park was established and many families retained their cabins under lifetime leases, the last of which expired in 2001. And here's some pictures of the actual patio that we're standing on right now. And because it's late in the day, you can't really see anything in there because there's no light. Quite a social place. The Appalachian Club hosted annual gatherings on the 4th of July, Labor Day, and other social activities. Card games, board games, bingo, weekly dances. Even had a jukebox. Oops, pardon me. Of course, I mean, this was back before Netflix and chill, so people would actually come together and play games. What? Socialize? I know, right? God, I hate to socialize. Why do you think I like hiking so much? Anyways, yeah. And catch the other side. That looks like another. More about the clubhouse. And we're gonna start our heading up the other way and be back. Okay, so I'm wondering if this was like a duplex. And if this side is red and you got a door here, this side is bluish. I don't know, just go and find out. Got a cool porch. I think it was around there. There's a big ass fireplace. And your main room here. I guess this would be the main room. Main room, dining room. Restroom. This looks like your utility room. That's the word. You could tell that the wiring and all these outlets came after the homes were built, because they're not. Plus, these walls are paper thin. Oh no, not this one. This one actually has. Whoa. Okay. Well, anyways, they're not inside the walls. I just ran them up to the floor. And see, I'm really thinking this was a duplex. This one has a separate restroom. But it does have this door that connects the two. And it's got its own fireplace. I bet you this was a duplex. Sweet. Okay, this one here. This is a good sized home right here. You got this big old porch. Lots of windows. And a bedroom here. Look. Electric heat. Whoa. I mean, not fireplace heated. Here's the bathroom. You can sort of see. This most likely the laundry room. Oh, fold away bed. No way. Now that looks like the stuff for the washer and dryer. I wonder if some of these windows are actually closed in. I'm not opening up that. This would be a cool study room right here. Set up a desk and stuff, and your computer, and just look out these big old windows, trees and stuff. Nice. And then you have your fireplace. And I noticed on almost every single one of these cabins, the floors are not even close to being level. Granted, these things have been here since the early 1900s, and I'm sure there's a lot of settling. But it also makes me wonder, did they even use a level back then? Or did they just put a glass of water down and, you know? Speculation. I don't know. I'm not an architect. But I really believe they didn't follow blueprints on any of these houses, because none of them are even remotely like the other. Not even close. And this is a nice corner. I like the woodwork here on the porch. I don't know if it was originally like that or if it's just an artistic, you know, addition by the Park Service. It took some artistic license, that's the word. Bedroom here, little one, your kiddo room. And do we have a story here? Nicknamed Deer Lodge, built in 1919 by Walter Van Gilder, president of Knoxville Glass Company. Next owner was Evelyn Louise Creekmore, husband and attorney. Retained family lease until 1992. This is Van Gilder, granddaughter, succeeded in getting Elkmont cabins and other buildings on the National Historic Registry in 1994. Note the name over the front door. I did not note that. Consider it now noted. Okay. This one's got a table. Whoa. Now look at this kitchen. Look at the counter space. Come on. Ah, wow. Now this, handcrafted. You can't beat that. And you get your last little room over here. And it's got its own little. See, I mean, you can just tell. Just by the shape and the size of this door and the way it's. They're like, hey, you know what? Let's just toss in a little door right here so it can. Whoever's in this room just go straight into the restroom. And they just cut a hole. They didn't measure shit, and they just built it. That's just the way it looks. But you know what it does? It gives it character. You like the stonework of the pathway going between the houses. This is a cool house too. And I mean, surely they had curtains because the way they arrange these windows again, it just makes it seem like it's haphazard. I mean, they could definitely see in each other's homes and see each other's business. So I hope to hell that they had curtains. Of course, these were more affluent people that lived, that came down here in their vacation home. So I'm pretty sure they were well decorated. I mean, look, you got this, looking straight over there, flip each other off, you're mad at your neighbor. Somebody, you know, jamming their big bopper a little bit too loud. Turn it down! I'm gonna call the cops! I don't know how long it took the cops to get out of here. Oh, linoleum! No way! This is a cool house here. You can see the floor just bowed and you can actually tell that the rooms kind of lean toward the back. It's like they probably had a general knowledge of how to build. So they just threw stuff up. Who gives a damn if it's squared off? That's not the important thing. You're building a house. You're not trying to be a geometric genius. Okay, last home on the road. I love that right there. It's cool. None of the other houses have that. Row of windows. Which, since there's no, I mean, it had to be for extra natural light. I love this forward room here, the living room. All this space and the way it's shaped. And then it just drops down toward the water, fireplace. And, whoa, a closet. And that's a pretty big kitchen. That's where your washer and dryer went. The fridge likely went somewhere over here. Oh, look at this. Now this had to be a master bedroom right here. They have a fireplace. It's huge, but what do we got here? Just look. Their own John with the cloth thingy tub. These are the snobs of the neighborhood right here. Betcha. Let me go this way. See, here's the restroom for the rest of the people. This one's right here. This one's probably my favorite of the bunch. Yeah, that's my favorite of the bunch, that one right there. Look at, they had this flower stuff going on. I'm sure the Park Service probably threw that in there. Who knows? But it's cool. And you get the sounds of the water. Yeah, I mean, if I was going to build a little resort area, couldn't have picked a better spot than this. Okay, are you wanting to walk up to see that other house? A little ways up the road? Don't have to, it is kind of humid. Okay, so then this is going to be it. So, yeah, just a little video. Had to create some content, you know, for the channel. We got lots of things going on. Lots of, I mean, just nothing bad been happening. Just we've been really busy. A lot of activities going on. And yeah, it's just been crazy. And so check out the channel, like and subscribe, and help us get some of that momentum and get, you know what I mean. And check out the other videos on the channel. Said that, and I guess I forgot to lock the car. Anyways, stick on the ice. It's too hot for ice anyways. And be back. Adios, y'all. From Cades Cove, Greenbrier, Sugarlands, and here in Elkmont, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park is full of history. People of all walks of society, rich and poor, once made these majestic mountains their home. Fortunately, these woods are no longer logged, and nature is returning to its Smoky Mountain glory. Though it's cool the Park Service chose to protect this small section of history here, it's more satisfying to me that for the most part, these hills are gradually returning to their natural state. The magic is returning, and it's wonderful to see. The Smokies are a gem of nature. So, from our family to yours, we wish you health and happiness, and we'll see you all out on the trail.